Welcome to the Ocala Jockey Club. I'm here with host of the Horse Talk Show, Louisa Barton. I'm beginning to co-host with her, Rick Wallace, and we're here with Briggs Surratt of Team Wallace. How are you doing?
Doing good.
How are things happening at the Ocala Jockey Club?
Well, they're sure is gearing up for this big competition. It's looking really beautiful, and everything seems to be falling into place.
That's great. So what we're going to discuss today is what eventing is, and it's a three-phase process.
It's a triathlon, right? A triathlon is certainly what it is. 3 parts. We have the show jumping in the stadium, which is right here behind us. We have the cross country, which goes across country, which is amazing.
That's correct.
An incredible course that's designed here by Clayton Fredericks, our Olympic medalist. And then the third phase is the dressage, which of course you've seen. A lot of people who aren't horse people kind of see it as horses sort of dancing and performing and a very controlled and relaxed and supple kind of moves that you see the horse make. Really incredible to get the horse to do that. That's kind of bringing it down to a sort of beginner's level.
So if we do it in order, if we go order, it's dressage on the first day.
Right.
So the dressage, as you said, is an ice skating kind of thing where you come in and you do a course. You're going to get a score. That score, the lower the score, the better.
Exactly.
So it's called a penalty score. They take a percentage of your ride, say it's out of 100%, and you have an 80% ride. If you cross that over to penalties, that would be a 20.
Okay.
All right. So from that penalty score of 20, you move on to cross country on the long format. When you do the long format, Briggs, what happens?
Well, of course, you just said you start with the dressage, and then the next day is the meat of the competitions, the cross country.
Correct. And what are you looking for on that day from your penalty score moving forward? What can happen out there in course that could add to your scores?
You want to keep the same score throughout the whole competition. You don't want to have any sort of refusal or flyby of any fence.
So what happens when you have a run by or a refusal?
You accumulate 20 more penalties.
That's correct. So that 20 would be added to the penalty score of 20, and you have a 40. So you're battling a lot of things there. Other things that are happening that's been a little bit controversial in our sport is, and we're still on the phase of cross country, is when you're jumping through a corner or a skinny and you knock down a flag. There's been conversation about how much of the horse has gone through that flag. And right now by the FEI, there's some interpretation of that, but it's been causing a little bit of havoc in the United States. It happened at Fair Hill, and right now they have cameras on there, and they determine what? What do they determine?
Determine if the horse has fully jumped the dimensions of the fence, and if the horse has not, you accumulate 15 penalties.
So then, based on that, the ground jury decides if yes, indeed, it did not jump through the flags, you get 15 penalties. So our cross country has now become over the years, very safe oriented. We worry about the safety of our riders and our horses. So there's things called mem clips and pens for the jumps. What do these do for our safety?
They are frangible devices to allow the jumps to deform, to allow the horse to not have a catastrophic fall.
Yeah.
So to avoid the rotational falls, which are the most dangerous. It's all dangerous when you fall off a horse.
Right.
But yes, certainly to avoid those rotational falls. That's the key.
And what we are seeing is these safety features are really, really making a difference in our sport, and where we could have a catastrophic thing happen. All the ingenuity and engineering that's gone into it has really provided more safety to the horse and rider as they go by. But there is some things that have to happen when you do offset a MEMS clip, or if you do initiate a pin. What happens then?
If you initiate a pin or a clip, I believe it's also 15.
It's 11.
11 penalties.
So you get 11 penalties. So you just negated a fence. You jumped it. The horse hit it hard enough to activate the pin. The pin makes the fence fall, but your horse is still on its feet and still going. You get added 11 points to that. Okay. There is discussion as to why it's 11 for activated pin,
yes,
and why it's 15 for a missed flag. And I think these discussions are coming up. There's There's an association called the Eventing Riders Association of North America that is looking into what they need to do to talk to the FEI on these issues. Of course, we have the USEF and the USEA. But Briggs is a big master of this sport. So what comes after this long course cross-country vet check, then the next initial jog? What happens on the third day?
On the third day, the day starts out with the final veterinary inspection with your horse jogging in front of the ground jury.
Right.
So you want to make sure the night before your horse is all prepped and sound and healthy for the next day.
So to that point, if you had a horse that you felt really could not go in front of the vets and show soundness and readability to go for the show jump phase, which is the last day that will happen in this ring, as a horseman and horsewoman, what is the particular thing that you would do with that horse?
Well, first you would try to withdraw the horse.
Yeah, you would withdraw that horse if you felt it wasn't ready to do it. So talk about show jumping. What happens then? You get through the vet check, everything's good, you're coming down reverse order, you're 10th to go in a field of 70. How do you feel?
You feel nervous, but you try to stay focused and calm.
And what happens in the show jump? It's designed by who this weekend?
I believe it's designed by Chris Barnard, which is a fantastic course designer. Really creates courses for the horse on the final day.
Right. And so talk about what happens if you pull a rail. What happens?
If you knock down a rail, you accumulate 4 more penalties to your final score, and then of course, if people don't, it's going to keep going down the leaderboard, and that's not good.
Right. So also, along with the cross country and the time, if you're over on cross country, I'm just transition back. If every second you're late on cross country, it's 0.4 penalties. So if you're 10 seconds late, that's 4 penalties added. Show jump used to be 1 point per second, and now has changed to a 0.4. So you're timed out there. If you're over, you get 0.4 added. Right. If you have a stop, how many points are added?
0.
4.
Oh, you said, I thought it was,
if you have a stop.
4, yeah.
So we're bringing Briggs into the show jump. He's going to come because he does know what's going on. But what do you feel is on the last day? For us, what do you think? You're looking at us going, oh my gosh, they're going out there and jumping. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I'm thinking, wow, what a horse, because when I evented as a little girl, I did very low level, like little kid stuff, and we did all 3 in a day. We did the dressage, the cross country, and the jumping all in the same day, which was crazy in my opinion. But we were very low level too. We weren't doing anything like this. Right. But really, to me, a horse that is able, first of all, to do all 3 of these disciplines, and a rider that's able to do all 3 of these disciplines is, first of all, off the charts, first, and secondly, the horse to have done this competition at this level against the best riders in the world, to come in on the 3rd day and hop over those jumps is, to me, it's incredible. What an amazing horse.
Right.
You know?
And I can speak to the effects that it has on me. It's why a rider with nerves of steel is really important. I think Elise is one of those people. Briggs has pretty good nerves of steel. He's been jumping around clean in the show jump. He's actually competing one of my horses, Ultimate Victory, this weekend in the 2-star long. He's got a 3-star long horse that was unfortunately injured last year here. He was 9th going into show jump, and we had to do exactly what we were just talking about. The horse wasn't fit for the inspection the next day, and we withdrew. But Briggs was 9th out of, there was 75 horses, I believe.
Wow.
So, this year we're going to watch him on the 2-star long horse. Tell me about Cody. Are you excited about this horse?
I'm very excited about this horse. It's actually the first horse that has extra mileage from somebody else that I'm riding.
Yep.
So I've only been riding horses that I have produced up to levels myself, and so this is it's different. It's a little bit. He knows what to do, and I'm just out there. We're just communicating to each other, and we just kind of go at it.
Incredible.
It's a really cool horse, cool story. We've had a great time here this weekend, and I'm really excited about my people that are competing and my daughter and Briggs, and so this is going to be fun just to go through it again. 3 phases: dressage, cross country, show jump, all within 4 days, and we're going to see who comes out on top at the end of those days in the 2-star long, 3-star long, 4-star long, and 4-star short.
Incredible. Well, it's amazing. We're going to have the best of the best here for you. We're going to have some incredible interviews coming up with some top eventers, some young riders coming up in the sport with some of the best help and coaches they could possibly have. Briggs, high five for being an awesome cameraman and a fantastic rider. Excited to see you go, and I'm going to see you grin from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat when you win. And I want to thank Rick Wallace, my co-host. He's brill, and he's done an absolutely phenomenal job getting all these interviews wrapped up today, and we're really looking forward to just an incredible time at the Ocala Jockey Club. Kids Zone, exhibitions, Mustangs, Tick Maynard, the author, and top eventer.
Lucinda Green will be here. She'll be doing the course walk on Friday. Really need to come and watch her and listen to her on the 4-star long course. She's going to be doing a clinic on Monday and Tuesday at Barnstaple. It's really, really fun to watch Lucinda. She's amazing.
And I'll get to meet her next week. We are just thrilled to be part of this Olympic qualifier, the Ocala Jockey Club International 3-day event. You can find them at ojc3de.com for all the details. You need to come out here and have a good time with us this weekend. Thank you to Rick and Briggs. I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.